Good evening, everyone. We're coming in live from the second floor of Pioneer Street Market, also known as PSM. We are located inside HMR parking compound along Reliance Street from the city of Mandaluyong, and we are just across TV5. If you are joining us for the first time, this is Decaf Coffee Republic. We bring you Kapehan night every Tuesday, weekly, week in, week out. Okay, but this for tonight, this is our last episode for 2018. We're taking a break next week. So welcome. If you're joining us tonight, welcome to the final edition for the final episode of Kapehan Night for 2018. And if you have been joining us for the past 2 years, maraming pong salamat. Thank you. Thank you to all. Okay, I appreciate our on-floor guest who's joining us for tonight for the last episode for the year. For all of you who's been joining me for the last 2 years, maraming salamat. You've been changing, we've been changing a lot of lives. Your sharing, your comments, your tagging, and everything that you have been doing to bring out this session out there in the world. For those of you who've been sharing this to your friends, getting the link, encouraging your friends to watch it, to have their sessions in life, and to have their moments in life. Maraming salamat po. To me, it is not really the number of likes, okay? It is not really the number of your comments, but really the number of lives that we have been touching from 2 years back, okay, when we started doing this, until today that we have, without fail, you never really failed to amaze me how a simple sharing can make a difference in the world, okay? I've been receiving a lot of messages, and I'm getting a lot of people connecting with me simply because somebody I don't really know personally have shared a video and have shared a talk of mine. So thank you so much for doing your share, okay, for helping me, for partnering with me, really to bring out the message out there. If you've been joining me for the past months, and if you've been tuning in, you've noticed that for tonight I'm getting back with my laptop, and I'm doing it for 2 reasons. Number one, I want to remember when I started. So previously, okay, you've been seeing me in the high chair without the laptops and all. But tonight, for the final edition, for the final episode, I want to remember when we started with the laptop, when we started really, connecting with you and being able to see your messages. So for tonight, okay, one thing I'm missing without the laptop is your online messages. So for those of you who's commenting, I will be able to see your comment live right now. I'm online, I'm live, so you can message me directly. So for some of you who may not receive my message or my response immediately, it's okay. I will message you after my talk, but at least for tonight, I'm gonna be able to receive your message, your comment, online, real time as the talk progress. Because here's what it happened. Whenever I receive your message, okay, it's not that the course of discussion changes, but it's really allowing me to ponder on things that you need more focus. So if you're joining me for tonight, and because this is the last episode, I want to take this moment really to receive your comment online and real time. So that's why I'm online, and I want to hear your word, and of course, I want to see your emojis. Kasi mga tao pag tinatamaan, hindi makapagsalita pero nag-emoji. So I love the emojis. Okay lang, keep it coming. So tonight we're talking about connect the dots, okay? So before I started, I asked my on-floor guests. By the way, may mga kasama po ako ngayon. We've got certified life coaches in the house. We've got incoming coaches, and we've got first-timers. And so thank you for coming, thank you for joining us. And for those of you asking, bakit hindi nakikita yung guests? Dalawa po yung reason. For one, that is their privacy. Okay, for the second, for another thing is, that is really the joy of joining us on floor. Because really, for me, my favorite part is the beginning and the end of my talk, where I have a moment with my on-floor guests and I got to hear their thoughts. It's really beautiful if you attend and learn, and then at the end of the day, at the end of the session, you get to hear from other people how they process the thought. Okay? So, this is the last episode for the year, for 2019. Please make time to join us every Tuesday and Thursday. If this is your first time, by the way, I still have my talk on Thursday, Coaching for the Soul. I'm gonna be talking about, nabasa nyo na ba? Better life. Yan. O, diba? Patapos na yung taon, and everybody wants a better life for the next season, okay? So, I am really encouraging you. That's gonna be my last episode for Coaching for the Soul this Thursday, and I'm gonna be talking about better life, no? So, many of us would have our New Year resolutions, we'll have to journal our faith goals and all, but the question is, have you ever realized there's a lot of people who do the same thing in beginning of the year, and at the end of the year, you would still say, I hope my life would be better. So for Thursday, I want to dive in and really, let's plan together what would be a better life for all of us. Okay, so that's going to be on Thursday, and I hope you're going to join me for the last episode of Coaching for the Soul. Tonight, we're going to be talking about the dots, and I asked my on-floor guest, what does it mean, what comes to your mind when you talk about, or when you hear the word dots? Okay, many people synonymously see dots as a period. Tama? So, a dot is a period. So, I'm not sure if that's how you see it, but if you want to share your thoughts about the dots, please comment below and let me know what you think about the dots. Okay. Another thing that I ask is this. Have you ever remember, or could you remember the moments when we were all very young and we started working on connect the dots puzzle? Okay, many, I think 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, when our master coach Lakendra Smalu was here in the Philippines, we went to Tagaytay, and I'm not sure if you've been there, but do you know that the world's biggest puzzle by Guinness World's Records is in the Philippines? I'm not sure if you know that, okay? But the world's biggest collections of puzzle, collections of biggest puzzles in the world is in the Philippines. She's a Filipina, but she already passed away. And we went to Puzzle Mansion in Tagaytay 3 weeks or 4 weeks ago, okay? When our master coach Lakendo was here. But interesting, one thing that I was trying to look in that puzzle collections, which I only realized when I was doing this talk, is really I'm trying to find a connect the dots puzzle, because that is the most basic. If you if you get to visit that mansion, all kinds of puzzles, meron siya. Ang ganda. And we've got, can somebody give me the base? Because that base is also a puzzle. Can you show that? Can we show this? Okay, so she's got a lot of collections, and the woman who's been collecting like 30 years, tama ba, Coach Babot? Coach Chris, been 30 years? She's been collecting more, she's been doing puzzles for over 30 years. And the biggest puzzle she's done it in 20 months. Okay? And we just figure it out, how in the world can somebody work on a puzzle for 1 year and 8 months. Tama ba? So 20 months, something like that. Okay, that's the world's biggest puzzle. So, and she got a lot of collections, and I've got here, okay, this one. This base is a base puzzle. This is a puzzle. Okay? So, I don't want to cripple it, but my daughter did it, assembled it. Coach Kendra, if you're watching, okay, you've got yours, and I'm waiting that you post it. So, this is a puzzle. I'm not sure if you can find it, okay? So, there's so much things that you can do in the puzzle, but when I was there, I was thinking, there must be some puzzles I work with when I was young that I couldn't find. And now I got to remember, it's the connect the dots puzzle. Okay, so how many of you would connect with me and agree with me that there are things that we've done in the past and we kind of lost it, but it left a mark in our hearts? At meron pa rin siyang dent sa puso natin. Meron ba tayong ganon? Meron ba kayong ganon? Dapat lang, di ba? Dapat lang, okay? So, connect the dots puzzle is one of the oldest puzzles, and normally the first puzzle that we give to young people. Okay, so I'm not sure kung binibigay niyo po yan i-parents or if you're giving this to your children. But here's the thing with connect the dot puzzle, okay? Connect the dot puzzle, you start with dots that are numbered. May numbered siya. So, if the child start working on it, you go to number 1, you connect 1 to 2, 3, and then eventually, you get to see the picture. All right? And then after that, you start coloring it. You start doing a lot of things in that puzzle. Now, if you grow a little bigger, the next thing that they will give to you, okay, is connect that puzzle still, but without the numbers. And without the numbers, you are given the opportunity and the privilege, okay, to connect from any point to another point. Okay? And sometimes, okay, because it is now your own interpretation, sometimes I remember vividly when I was young, there is a picture of a girl holding a flower and there's a butterfly. And because there is no number in it, I get to connect the head of the girl, okay, to the butterfly. When it's supposed to be the hand of the girl connected to the flower and to the butterfly. So it's it's the same puzzle, but if you take the numbers, you can be misguided. How many of you can connect with me that in our lives, if we connect one dot to another dot in the wrong perspective, in a disarray order, how many of you would agree with me that we will lose the connection and seemingly we will feel para naman siyang hindi magkadikit? Tama, mali? Hello? Relate na relate. If you can relate, and if you are joining me online, can you just give me some emoji? Okay, if you're watching, please do me a favor of sharing this. Okay? Okay? Yes, Coach Abby? May sinasabi si future Coach Ellen. Coach Ellen, anong gusto mong sabihin? O, prophetic yun.
Parang naisip mo, tama ba yun? Parang mali yung walang connect. Di ba minsan may ganun tayong term?
Correct.
Parang tayo, hindi nag-connect ka.
Hindi nag-connect pero ginawa mo.
Tapos in-expect mo, konektado siya o magko-connect. Pero hindi, nagulat ka na hindi nag-connect.
Okay, and remember, that's why I want you to rekindle the moment when you were doing that puzzle. Because here's what happened. Here's what happened. The moment that you tried to connect it and it wasn't connected, it's not connected. Katulad na sinasabi ni Ellen, tapos sabi mo parang hindi naman siya connected. Tama? Anong nangyayari sa atin? Ha? Okay, Coach Kendra, good morning from USA. Good evening from the Philippines. Okay, it's my first time to watch, Camille. Coach Kendra, remember the base? I'm waiting for this. Okay, all right. So, hindi siya connected. Okay, now, if it is not connected, what happens next? What do? What happens to you? You try to what? You try to connect and it is not connected, so what happens to you? It's either
Get lost or go back.
It's either you get lost, you go back, or you get stuck. Come on now. Remember that when you connect it and it doesn't look good, it doesn't fit, what happens to you is, oops, hindi siya connected, and what happens next is, you don't move because you try to figure it out, what went wrong, or what can be done to correct it when you have already connected the wrong dot with another dots. Can you remember that moment? What was the feeling? Anong feeling? Pag nagko-connect ka ng maling dot, ng tamang dot, pero mali yung pag-connect or it is connected to another dot, that should not be the connection. What happened? You struggle. And how do you feel about yourself?
Frustrated.
Frustrated. Okay, what else? What else do you feel? Naghahanap ng eraser. Arman said, looking for an eraser. Confused. Okay? Trying to correct it, trying to rectify it, okay? Trying to say, what have I done? Okay. Now, would you agree with me that this is the case with our life countless of times? Tama ba? Tama ba? Tama ba? Okay, now, I'm a certified life coach and there are two things that I do as a life coach, okay? Number one, I empower people to be mentally fit so you can stay alive and live beautifully, and I coach people back to life of freedom, joy, and happiness. And why I'm saying that? Because in my practice of my profession, many times, people get so disarray mentally, okay? Not in reality, but really mentally, because when they try to connect their past to their present and their present to the future, it seems to be having no connection at all.
It disconnects.
It disconnects.
Minsan nga floating ka pa eh.
Sometimes it's floating. Sometimes you don't understand exactly what's going on. All right? And how many of you would agree with me that if you are in a season wherein seemingly the things in your life does not connect, you cannot move on.
Yes.
Correct? You don't get to understand what happened in the past, and since you cannot connect the past to the present, you feel that your present is also a challenge to be connected in the future, isn't it? You're getting the point? Okay, now, like in connect the dots puzzle, okay, there are lines, there are points that you need to connect in order and in a specific manner and in a specific way. Okay? There are portions in our lives, okay, that, okay, may not be connected, but they are part of the total beautiful picture. Isn't it? Yeah. It is impossible, okay, to connect all the dots in your life because there are dots that are connected within them and there are dots that are connected in a separate picture, but both pictures is part of a beautiful portrait. Come on now. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. What is unfortunate is when we connect the dots in our lives, okay, it is amazing, okay, if we can see beautiful pieces getting together, but it seems that even you put all the beautiful pieces together, the picture is not holistic yet, isn't it? And the way the picture will be complete is if you're able to connect your failures, your bitterness, your offenses, your downfall, and your challenges. The moment you're able to connect that to the beautiful parts of your life, that is only the time that you're able to see the beautiful tapestry. Would you agree with me?
Yes.
The reason why, okay, the reason why you're not able to see the beautiful tapestry is because given a choice, left on our own, we only want to connect the dot that looks like beautiful in the outside in our eyes. But what we don't see is what makes a beautiful tapestry is the combinations of what is beautiful, sparkling, starlight and everything with those things that seemingly can give way to what is highlighted. Take a look at a picture. Not everyone in the picture is supposed to be the focus of the picture. There are people on the background, there are scenery, there are backdrop, but this backdrop would always make the beautiful focus even shine to its perspective. Would you agree with me? Si Coach Lynette, we have a professional photographer dito. Tama ba, Coach Lynette? Diba? And we have a guest who's a dentist here, and she's talking about the dot, like, think about it. If you get a tooth, siguro lahat naman tayo nakakita na ng ngipin, no? Lahat ng a tooth, right? Okay. Yes? When you get a tooth, okay, and you get a black dot in there, many of us would say it's a cavity, it's a hole, and everything. And to us, it's what? It's ugly. It's rotten. It's not good, right? But for someone who is in the profession, that one is a great opportunity to showcase what his or her profession can do. Because that if being handled by a dentist, they can just take it away and make it beautiful and your teeth get stronger than ever. Am I correct? That's how it is. So, what am I trying to draw as we begin the talk is this, okay? In our lives, we've got time, timing, and purpose. These are the three types and groups and classifications of dots in our life that gets to be connected. The time, the timing, and the purpose. There are countless of things that we do in our lives that seemingly not connected yet today. because it is yet to be connected when the timing is right. And there's also things that you do it right, but when the time is not right, it kind of disconnecting to the whole picture. That's why many of us will start a day and feel that the 24 hours is not enough. Who can connect with me? Who among you would agree that countless of people in the world, okay, hindi kayo yon, okay, feels that 24 hours is not enough. There are countless of things that you want to do, but you cannot do simply because time is not enough. Isn't it? But what happens to time? What happens to people who are able to do great things in the 24 hours? What happened to these people? We've got the same 24 hours, but some people get to do more in 24 hours, while some people do less in a 24 hours. Okay? This morning, I had a posting. If you are part of Coach A coaching community, okay, and if you're not part, I invite you to, pull over later on after my talk. Check out Coach A coaching community. I did the post, and the post on Action Tuesday is sprint versus marathon. Okay. Hi, Coach Chanel. Thank you for tuning in. Okay, so it's morning. Oh my God, you're up so early, Coach. Countless of times, okay, you run through life, you want a marathon, and a marathon is kind of long, right? If you notice a marathoner, it's long, okay, but you want to approach things like a sprint, okay? You want things so quickly, and if you don't see it quickly, you drop it, you start another thing. You start it again, give your effort and energy, you don't see anything, you drop it again. Many times we look at our lives as if we can connect all the sprint and have a record as a marathoner. That's not how life works, unfortunately. Oh, Coach Tien, Coach Cici, thank you for joining. You cannot run multiple sprint and say, I'm a marathoner because I finished multiple sprint. Either you take life as a sprinter or as a marathoner. As a sprinter, you kind of let off all the small things and you're good with it. But a marathoner may not see really the hype of it until how many miles? After how many kilometers? Oh, Coach Orville, you're thinking, you want to say something? Come on now. Bigla ka nawala. Okay, balik tayo. Marathoner and sprinter. Master... Yes, you have to find your own princess to put the puzzles together. But it's easy to prepare, okay? If you put your heart into it, any pieces can be put together as long as you love to do it, okay? So I'm challenging you. Put it in there, all right? Many times you go through life and the way you approach it is you want everything fast, and then later on, you want to connect all the facets and all the aspects together. Sino kayo doon? Are you like that? Who's guilty? Who's guilty? Yeah. And then you complain. Why am I not seeing results? Why am I not getting the picture? Why am I not getting my dreams? My question is, what is really your dream? A marathoner, okay, don't get me wrong. If you're a runner, I give you my full respect. Whether you're a sprinter or you're a marathoner, those both types of running have their different strategies, training, dedication. But what I'm saying, in life, you cannot take each and every of your endeavors like a sprinter. Okay, a sprinter, you start today, I'm done, okay, I'm done. And then you say, okay, I can make a puzzle, I'm good at puzzle. No, you're not good at your puzzle. You've just done one. And it doesn't make you a good puzzle maker overnight. The one in the mansion house, the puzzle mansion, she done and put the records for 30 years of her life before she finally made the Guinness World of Record. And until today, after she died, she's been dead, I think 3 or 4 years na, nobody have challenged that. So, countless of times, we try to put in together all the puzzles, even the timing is not yet there. Okay. And my guest on floor is kind of quiet. I don't know why. The looks are so, hey, Merry Christmas, everyone. Okay, this is the time of the year that we kind of slow down and think about the things that happens in our lives while we start doing our shopping, we start doing our cards, we start remembering the people we love, the people we value. This is also the time of the year that we have to stop and slow down and see if our life is going on the right direction. Yes? Yes, people? Can you just give the person next to you a big smile? And tell the person next to you, yes, we can connect the dots in a while. We can connect the dots. Okay, Lynn, I miss you too. Okay, we look forward having you on floor again one of these days. Okay, so, let me slow down a bit and I'll go to my point. Life is full of dots. Countless of dots. Okay. Dots, okay, in math, okay, I'm not sure if you love math, okay, but you can try this, okay, this is an exercise, don't do this yet, later on, okay, you can draw a big circle, and on the outskirt of the circle, put a dots, 16 dots, okay, 16 dots equal. Okay, so it's a circle. Do this after my talk, not now, okay? Please, not now. Okay, get a circle, draw a circle, and then on the outskirt of the circle, on the outline of the circle, put dots, 16 dots, all right? And this is what I challenge you to do. Connect the dots from one point to another point. And trust me, you will create all different beautiful images and pictures. Yeah, try it. Just get the picture, just get the circle and connect from one line to another line to this line, just connect. And you will start creating beautiful images and pictures out of it. Okay, what's the point? The point is, Miss Yulene, what's the point? The point is, as long as you remain inside the circle of your own life, all the dots will be connected when the timing is right. When the timing is right. Okay? So that from a time element, which if you take life as a sprinter, then you will totally be lost simply because life is not a sprint. Life is a marathon. It's not. You can be very stubborn and you wanna take a lot of sprint. Okay? How many of you have seen a business person? Negosyante, entrepreneurs. Alright. How many of you would agree with me that whenever you start on something, it takes time for it to blossom? Yes. Agree? Yes. You don't start one business and expect that after 3 months you're making money. You don't. But how many of you would agree with me that many entrepreneurs or business people, if they don't see the results, they quit and start another business. And they think that being a serial entrepreneur is good. No, it's not good. No, it's not good. It's okay to do business expansion when your first babies are all booming and budding. But if you just start and just stand on the kick-off, not even to the ramp up, then what kind of a business person you are? Hey, there is no business that happens overnight. With all due respect to all the people who would promote and say, turbo, turbocharge your career, turbocharge your money, turbocharge your da-da-da-da. Nothing happens like a turbocharging if you talk about life. Agree? Yes. You might stumble on something, and that something will revolutionize things. You might stumble on something and have a big click on the onset. But if you're talking about sustainability and if you're talking about built to last, it doesn't happen overnight. You are mistaken. The problem with our lives is this. Many people delude us, okay? Many people persuade us, okay, to believe that things can happen instantly. Never. I have my posting in Coach A earlier. I said, do not be deluded with people who are fake it till you make it experts. Let me repeat that. Fake it till you make it experts. Somebody created and put up an event for the first time and say, I'm an event organizer, come and trust me. You're stupid to believe that. Somebody release a book and say, I'm an author now. You're stupid to believe and say, I can teach you how to write a book. No way. Somebody hold the camera and do the photo shoot and say, hey, I can cover your event. No way, that's not true. Yes, Coach Lynette, would you agree with me? Yeah. Experts put a lot of effort and a lot of time. But the problem with you is you don't want to believe the experts when they tell you you need to study, you need to learn, you need to train. You want to believe those people who give you all the promises that never may come true in your life. And you just pay them and lose all the money that hard work from you. Why am I saying that? Because that's the essence of time. Time is limited. You don't have it much. And within that specific time, there's a lot of things that you do, and those are the dots. My question to you, are all the dots and the milestones that you have done in that specific time frame, are they all connected? Can you connect it? Can you get them connected to your future? Or you just want to keep doing the dots and dots and dots and dots just to say that you are working and that you are active? Yes? Hey, everybody's so quiet. Emoji, online people, I'm online. I can see you, but you're not talking to me. So can you just give me some emoji out there? I am just talking about the time. I'm not just talking about the timing. Okay, so I'm going to be talking about time, timing, and purpose of your dots. Isn't it? Okay, I want to really end the year with a bang and say, people, for Christ's sake, believe in hard work. Believe that there is a time for everything. Hi, Toffee, I miss you. Okay, Coach Chanel, yes, timing is the key. Yeah. Don't ever believe that something can happen overnight. Because there is only God, only one God who can make it like that. You are not God and no one is God. So don't believe the people who promise you instant money. That's not true. Please, please. If you are a Filipino, hear me out, I'm a Filipino, so you better believe the Filipinos who's been, okay, scammed by many people simply because we believe that rich, get rich quick mentality. I really feel for Filipinos. I'm a Filipino, and I want to live in this country to be a testimony that hard work pays. So don't believe to people who just promise you heaven and earth and you just give your hard-earned money to them. Yes? Yes? Bakit kayo tahimik? Masakit. Aray. Tama. I'm not sure. But whenever somebody would offer something to you, are you an open-minded? Okay. Uy, hindi po galing sa akin yan, ha? Nandito po yan sa left ko. Okay, here's my thing. Don't get me wrong, I have respect, high respect to network marketers because globally, network marketing is really a very decent industry. Yeah. Unfortunately, in our country, it doesn't really make good because we network not the product but the people. Yes. I'm a marketing personnel. I have countless of great and good friends in that industry. And my heart breaks for that industry because if only we will do it right and believe that every business needs toiling, then we can show the world that the Filipinos can. We can. It's just that we don't want to toil. And it is unfortunate that we always want to believe, okay, to the people who are not of our own skin, of different colors. Don't get me wrong, I have business partners out there. I have my sister Lakendra there, Coach Chanel, whom I respect. But it is really unfortunate that we've got our own skin, our own culture, our own countrymen, and we don't want to appreciate what they have achieved in life. Rather, we want to go to the dreams of other people and say, I want that dream. Hey, you deserve to have your dream come into fruition and to reality. And that's what life coaches do. We facilitate and assist you and help you make your dreams possible through vision and goal setting. That's the value of our profession. We don't give you advice. We don't prescribe. We don't tell you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We don't do that. As a life coach, we empower you because we respect and we believe that you are capable of achieving your goals in life. One thing I really want to say always, the Filipinos can. And I believe that. You can. Just please forget that get rich quick mentality. It never exists. Never exists. I'll give you a hint, all right? Somebody tells you, okay, this is the business, and everything, okay? And you kind of believe with that, okay? Simple test. Can that person buy you a coffee? Yeah. Can that person pay for your lunch? Can you see that with that person? This is how you test it. Let me really help you with that. Okay, somebody tells you, okay, join my business, I have all of these things, and you believe, right? Okay, bring something to that person, offer that to that person, and tell me if that person can afford what you're selling. If that person cannot afford, then that's not true. Come on now. Yeah. Because if you are really a businessman, if you've really got the millions, you can afford to buy a cup of coffee. Yeah. Many people come to our coffee shop, give us business deal and everything. Try to lure us with everything, but they can't even pay for a coffee. I don't want to partner with you. I'm sorry, I don't want to partner with you. You're laughing, isn't it true? Yeah. Hey, you want to tell me that you're a billionaire and a millionaire, you want to try to lure me and you can't even buy a coffee. Yeah. And then you take all your money and you don't even want to give a tip to my crew, my staff. So you're not rich. I'm sorry. Just want to be true. There's no secret to success but hard work. Yes ko, Malu. Totoo yan. Alright, let's talk about timing. Do you agree with me? That if you do things on the right frame of time, okay, you will only see the beauty of it at the right timing. Tama, mali? Any one of you who plant something and you see the fruits tomorrow. You seen that? There's none. Hi, Francis, thank you for tuning in. Is there something like that? Yeah. Is there someone who starts a work today and that work will revolutionize the whole world and you're finished by midnight? Yeah. Come on now. Anything and everything that you toil at the right time takes the right timing for it to bear the fruits that you need. There's timing. But how many of you would agree with me that you always wrestle with the timing of God?
With the timing of
God. How many of us would always wrestle with the timing of God? I want it now. And if you don't give it now, then I give up. Who's the loser? You. Are we okay? Are we okay? Okay, emoji. Can you give me some emoji? Okay. I hear some sounds in the coffee shop right now.
Coach, nakaiwas naman ako.
Medyo nakaiwas.
Nakaiwas ako. Nakaiwas ako sa'yo.
Isn't it? with your courage and boldness. However, that will not give you success. Timing is not ours. It belongs to a higher spiritual level that we cannot control, nor we cannot divert or destroy. Right? We can't even manage the timing. You can try all you want, but timing is divine. Coach K and Attorney Claire, thank you for tuning. Coach K and the people from Region 8, thank you for hosting the Life Coaching 101-2 classes last week. Magandang gabi sa inyong lahat. Congratulations, our Life Coaching 101 class. Last Friday, we had 42 students and 25 December 1. And we have one, Nico, okay, who visited our coffee shop earlier today. So thank you so much for hosting that. I'll be back in January for our Life Coaching Certification class, 2 batches. And to all of you who's been really expressing your intention to proceed to Life Coaching Certifications, thank you so much. And I want to make this announcement, okay, papahingahin ko lang po ng konti yung mga guests ko, okay? I want to make this announcement on December 21, that is a Friday. So normal on a Friday, we have open mic. We invite people to come over for a night of music, of poetry on December 21. Okay, that's a Friday. We're not holding an open mic, but we're having a Thanksgiving party and a concert. Okay? Featuring, okay, Coach Gay Sabala, okay, and fellow certified life coaches and special guests. Okay? Okay, we have a ticket price of $888, but the proceeds of that, of course, the ticket price comes with the fun, excitement, raffle, and your dinner, but all proceeds will go to Tacloban certification class in January. Yep. All right, all the proceeds, okay? So we're looking at about a proceeds of 500 pesos goes to Tacloban. We have a lot of interested scholars who are really putting up their money, and we just need to support them. And we're doing that from Manila to really breathe life to Region 8. That's why it's 888, it's because it's Region 8. Yes, that's the reason why it's 888. And January 19, okay, if you are also from Bicol region, our couple coach, Coach Tin and Coach Ton Gihoya, will be doing 2 sessions of Life Coaching 101 also in Legazpi City. So we're advancing in territories. We are in Region 8, and now we are advancing in Bicol region. So if you're also from that region, from Bicol region, please get in touch with us. Coach Tin and Coach Sean will be there on January 19. For those of you who are messaging us from Mindanao, from Kidapawan, from Mindoro, something like that. It's at the south, okay? If you can join the certification class in Tacloban, please do so. But if not, and we can pull a great number of students in that area, I'm willing to fly and see you in that territory. Which I just need somebody in that region to be a taker. Mami Bell is taking the steps towards Cebu. So if you are from Cebu and you want to welcome our coaching professions in your land, please connect with us very soon. So we've been advancing. So I'm not sure, okay, if you want to go and be part of the second fastest growing industry in the whole world. We are the second. So if you're not part of the second fastest growing industry, what are you doing in your life? We're holding the last certification class for the year, December 8, this Saturday, and December 15, that's batch 15. And so far, we've got students on floor right now. And if you still want to catch up and join us, please connect with Coach Rizel Gasunes. Good? All right. Let me go back to my talk. I hope you're able to relax. Attorney Claire, I miss you on floor. Okay, so timing. Okay. Timing is important if we want to see the value of every dots that we have done in each specific time frame of our lives. Okay. How many of you would agree that there are times, there are things that you have done And it doesn't make sense until 5 years after.
Yes.
Yeah. Tita Baby, maraming salamat. Thank you for joining. I miss you. Okay, I hope you're watching with Tito Ron. Hello. Thank you for tuning in. Countless of times. I've experienced that personally. I'm not sure if it's also the same case with you, but there are many things in my life that I've done decades ago, and it's only making sense now. Now, I don't know. Yeah. So I'm coming from a position that there is always a timing. Coach Kendra's visit have revealed so much of things in my life that speaks of timing. Okay? I've done countless of things in my life that doesn't make sense. Totally doesn't make sense. Until somebody came, somebody talked to you and say, hey, today is the time. Everything of those things that you believe you thought is waste. Do you have things like that in your life? You thought it was a waste? Hello? Yes? Trust me, it's never been a wasted. Okay, our directors on floor are connecting. Yes! Okay. Timing. The only thing with timing is, it's divine. There's nothing I can do about it. There's not divine. There's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing I can do as a life coach. There's none. So like, I'm a coach and I have clients who would come and say, my goal is to improve my relationship with my parents, to improve my relationship with my husband, to get better in this. And I said, yeah, we can work on a lot of plans. Unfortunately, when it will come to fruition and to reality, that I cannot guarantee. Because that requires timing, and that timing is not mine, not yours, but the timing is divine. You can finish a particular course, you can finish a particular training, you can finish a particular seminar, but there is a timing when all of those learnings will come into perfect use. Would you agree with me? I'm a graduate of business economics, and I'm not really sure if there's so much I've used in my study when I was starting in my career. So from an analyst to IT to business, I'm not really sure if I made use of that very well. Until I realized that the reason why I'm able to put my heart in this business that seems to be a crazy decision for many people is because, to begin with, I'm an economist and I can compute. That I can do practically market research better than other people. That I can really do a market survey with all the technicalities of an economist. But when I was starting, these people don't realize, and many people would call our team crazy. But I don't know about you, but being crazy for 2 years and having this beautiful tribe of people is a wonderful craziness. And I'm happy to be crazy. Yeah, I'm happy to be crazy.
Let's all be crazy.
Let's all be crazy. Okay? Many times I will say, I don't know about you, but if I'm crazy and I have the financial freedom, then I'd rather be crazy. But that's not really my statement. I'm glad I'm happy to be crazy because in my craziness, I see transformed lives. I love to be crazy. I don't want to be sane. If being sane means, okay, closing your eyes to what people needs. I don't believe that. So timing is essential when you want to see the fruits of your labor and if you want to see the connection of all the dots. And that connection is not something you can define. That connection is something you will see when the timing is right. Let me repeat that. That connection is not for you to define, but that connections will happen, will come to reality when the timing is right. And that's where God is in control. Would you agree with me? Hello? Crazy beautiful decappers from Malu. At least there's beauty. Now it's here, beautiful. All right. And the last, Coach Cherise, thank you for tuning in. Okay. I look forward to see you. Finally, purpose. How many of you have experiences in your lives that you don't like? That you want to redo? That you want to erase? That you want to say, I hope it didn't happen? Yes?
Yes.
How many of you have experiences, scenarios, failed relationship, challenges, failures, defeat, how you want to call it, and you say, it doesn't really make sense. And given a choice, I don't want this in my life. Come on now. You have? Just by asking that, you don't want to remember, right? Yeah. You don't want to remember that. Okay. Yeah. But let me challenge you with this. How many successful business person can you name who will tell you that they never failed in business? How many? Huh? The problem with, or the challenge with, that's in our life, we can only understand them and connect them looking forward and living in the present. Because backwards, in the past, you cannot see the dots connected, right? You look at the past, you can connect the past, the dots there. But during the time it was happening, you cannot connect, right? Cannot. So you have to get to the future for you to appreciate the dots. So you can cry all you want, you can shout all you want, but today, no matter how we explain to you the purpose of your pain, the purpose of failure, the purpose of the wrong people in your life, hey, you can accept it cerebrally, but your emotion will simply say, I don't like it, isn't it? Yes? Yes? And you're so quiet again. One thing that I can only share with you about purpose is this. You just have to trust. You just have to trust that whatever happens to your life, be it good or bad, happy or sad, you like it, you don't like it, you plan it, you don't plan it, whatever it is, you've got to trust that it must have been on purpose. Yeah. In coaching, we say you've got to trust yourself, you've got to trust your coach, you've got to trust the process, but all of the overarching thing is that without trust, you cannot understand any dots in your life. Not a single dot. Not a single dot. If I show you, which is a normal picture of a blank paper with a dot in there, how many of you would tell me, I don't understand what's the dot in that paper? Because that dot is an eyesore, correct? Yes. Yeah, I'm wearing white, and if you put one dot here with a pentel pen, I don't see the purpose. Whatever the dot is, wherever and whenever it is given to you, how many times we kind of disconnect from its purpose, right? Because understanding purpose would always require trust. And the problem with that is this. Our challenge is we cannot trust because we cannot see. Right? How can you trust something you don't see? You don't see the purpose really. Yeah, we can say that, okay, there's a purpose for your pain, and we say, yeah, I agree, but why do you go through depressions? Why do you go through panic? Why do you go through anxiety? Why do you worry? If you really believe that failure, that mistake, that lapse have a purpose. And it was very powerful when Coach Kendra keep saying and emphasizing on the word surrender. Okay, if you attended her talk, you would you would have caught her said several times about surrender, surrendering things, surrendering to the moment, surrendering your dreams, surrendering everything, because trusting requires great surrender on your part. How can you trust if you cannot surrender? Surrender your own interpretation, surrender your own timing, surrender your own dreams, surrender your own looking at the dots in our life. Time, timing, and purpose are all not within our control. But there's something that we can do that makes all of this beautiful and will enable us to connect all the dots. And that's simply to trust. To trust the Creator, to trust the life giver, to trust the master planner, to trust the driver, and to trust He who called us, He who makes us, and He who provides for everything. At the end of the day, as we remember the season, let's remember that there's so much dots in our life, and these dots will make sense if only we believe that in His time, in His perfect timing, we will see and we will receive the purpose for everything. Good night, everyone. It's been a wonderful year. This is Coach A, and I hope to see you next year here at Dika Republic for the next and the first episode of Kapehan. I'll see you on Thursday. Good night!